Cowboys Nation, listen up! Your exclusive source, Portal Dallas Cowboys news fan, has some truly eye-opening news that's got everyone buzzing. We're diving deep into a rumor that, frankly, sounds like a dream for us, but it's a dream worth talking about. We're hearing whispers, mere whispers right now, about a name that could absolutely transform our defense, Micah Fitzpatrick. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fitzpatrick? That's a huge name! And you'd be right! He's one of the best safeties in the entire league, a true ball hawk, a leader, and a game changer for any secondary. Imagine the impact he could have in our Cowboys defense, alongside our existing talent. Picture the interceptions, the forced fumbles, the leadership in the backfield that could elevate our play to another level. The buzz around this is, admittedly, quite speculative. It's been labeled by some as an absurd idea, even a pipe dream. And honestly, looking at the practicalities, it's tough to argue. Bringing in a player of Fitzpatrick's caliber, especially given his current contract and the Steelers' reliance on him, presents enormous challenges. We're talking about significant cap space, which we currently don't have in abundance, and a likely hefty draft capital investment, something our front office is always cautious about. The Steelers view him as a foundational piece, and for good reason. They're not letting him go easily. However, the fact that this name is even being whispered in connection with the Cowboys shows you the ambition and, perhaps, the recognition within the league of our potential needs. It highlights how much of an impact a top-tier safety could have on our championship aspirations. It's a testament to the belief that with the right pieces, this Cowboys team can truly contend for a Super Bowl. While the odds might be stacked against this particular scenario, the very existence of such a rumor sparks an important conversation. Are the Cowboys aggressively looking to add elite talent where we need it most? Is there a hidden strategy that could make the impossible, or at least the improbable, a reality? Alright, Cowboys Nation, let's talk about this Micah Fitzpatrick buzz, because honestly, as a fellow fan, it gets your heart racing a little, doesn't it? When you hear a name like that even whispered in the same breath as our Cowboys, it just shows you the level of ambition we all have for this team. Look, I get it! We've all been through the cycle of hope and disappointment. We've seen big names come and go, and we know how tough it is to land a true superstar, especially when they're locked down by another team like Fitzpatrick is with the Steelers. Financials, draft picks, scheme fit, there are a million hurdles. And yeah, it's probably a long shot, maybe even a fantasy, as some are calling it. But that doesn't mean we can't dream, right? Think about what a player like Fitzpatrick would bring. Our defense, as good as it can be, sometimes needs that extra, elite playmaking presence in the secondary. That guy who consistently turns heads, who forces turnovers, who makes quarterbacks think twice. That's Fitzpatrick. He's a proven leader, a ball hawk, and someone who elevates the play of everyone around him. Imagine him roaming our defensive backfield, picking off passes, and just generally making life miserable for opposing offenses. It's the kind of move that screams Super Bowl contender. Now, the realistic side of me knows the Steelers aren't just going to hand him over. He's their guy, the cornerstone of their defense. And our cap situation, while manageable, isn't exactly overflowing with room for an $80 million Pro Bowl safety. Plus, giving up significant draft capital is always a tough pill to swallow for a team that relies so heavily on drafting and developing talent. But here's the positive spin. The fact that this rumor, however faint, even exists tells us something important. It tells us that our front office, or at least people around the league, see the Cowboys as a destination for elite talent. It means we're in conversations for big names, even if they're long shots. It shows that there's an awareness of where we could potentially improve to get over that hump. It means the team isn't settling, and that's something we should appreciate as fans. It also sparks a fantastic conversation among us. What would you be willing to give up for a player of Fitzpatrick's caliber? Would you sacrifice a few draft picks? Would you restructure some contracts?